Things I wish I knew before driving. Driving is freedom, but in the beginning, it doesn't feel like freedom. It feels like fear. When I first got behind the wheel, I wasn't worried about traffic. I was worried about me. What if I stall? What if I brake too hard? What if I mess up a turn and everyone judges me? And here's what I wish someone told me: fear doesn't mean you're bad at driving. Fear means your brain understands the stakes, and that's normal. Confidence isn't something you have, it's something you build. So if you're learning to drive smart and you want to become a better driver, I'm going to give you the beginner driving tips that actually work, not the complicated stuff. The simple habits that make you smoother, safer, and calmer. First, your biggest upgrade is time. New drivers usually struggle because they react late. So the fix is not be faster. The fix is give yourself more time. How do you do that? You look farther ahead. If you stare at the car right in front of you, your whole world becomes tiny and everything feels sudden. But if you lift your eyes and scan farther down the road, you'll see situations earlier. And when you see earlier, you drive smoother. Second, following distance. This is the most underrated driving hack for beginners. If you're too close to the car in front of you, your world becomes tiny and everything feels sudden. Wait, correcting script. If you lift your eyes and scan farther down the road, you'll see situations earlier. And when you see earlier, you drive smoother. Second, following distance. This is the most underrated driving hack for beginners. If you're too close to the car in front of you, you'll brake hard, you'll feel stressed, and you'll make rushed decisions. Give yourself more space than you think you need. More space equals more time. More time equals better choices. That's how you start to drive like a pro. Third, smooth inputs. A lot of beginners steer, brake, and accelerate in sudden moves. Try this: slow hands, gentle feet. Brake earlier and lighter. Accelerate smoothly. A good rule is, drive like you're carrying a cup of coffee and you don't want to spill it. That's the fastest way to get smooth driving tips to actually stick. Now, quick new driver mistakes to avoid, because these create the "I'm scared" feeling. 1. Braking too late. Late braking creates panic. Panic creates jerky steering. If you brake earlier, everything feels calmer. 2. Rushing lane changes. Signal early, check mirrors, check blind spots, and move when it's calm, not when you feel pressured. 3. Confusing speed with confidence. Confidence is control. If you can be smooth at a normal pace, you're winning. Now let's talk winter driving. Driving in snow is basically a different sport. If the road is slippery, traction is everything. That means slower starts, earlier braking, and gentler steering. The biggest snow drive mistake is using summer habits on a low-grip road. Brake earlier than you think you need to. Steer softer than you think you need to. And if the car starts to slide, don't panic steer. Ease off, look where you want to go, and make small corrections. Also, young driver insurance tips. When you're a new driver, insurance details matter. Some options have restrictions, higher deductibles, or extra rules. Just knowing that ahead of time removes a lot of stress, because surprises are the expensive part. Now here's where driving becomes freedom for real, especially in travel. People who drive all the time at home don't want to travel and then rely on trams, taxis, or waiting around in a new city. They want the same freedom. Go when you want, stop where you want, take the route you want. That's why so many people rent a car when they travel. And it connects to one of the smartest first car buying guide ideas: rent before you buy. Before you decide how to choose your first car, try a few types in real life. Because the perfect first car on paper can feel totally wrong when you drive it. You might think you want something tiny, then you realize you want better visibility. You might think you want something sporty, then comfort matters more. Or you think you want an SUV, then parking and fuel costs feel different than you expected. Renting lets you learn what you actually like: braking feel, steering feel, highway stability, parking comfort in real conditions. And this is where platforms like Get Rent a Car can help. Instead of guessing, you can compare offers, see the actual car, and understand conditions like deposit before you commit. And the big difference is you can negotiate, so you're not just accepting the first number you see. So if you're a beginner driver, remember this: driving is freedom, and fear is just the first stage. Look farther ahead. Keep more following distance. Drive smooth. In snow, brake earlier, steer softer. And before you buy your first car, rent and test what actually fits your life. If you want, I can also give you a pinned comment checklist, a short list beginners can copy before every drive.